Folks, I have recently come to a disturbing realization. I am letting you all down as a Scrabble content creator. Before you object, yes, I've made over 90 videos in the last 2 years with nearly 12 million combined views, and I'm very proud of that, but that's not what this is about. It's about my attitude towards each game that I play. Every time I sit down to play a game of Scrabble, I need to remember that it's an opportunity to do something special that I might be able to share with all of you. I have two examples from recently played games of mine to show you exactly what I mean. As a quick aside, I've read all of your comments about some of the sound effects I've been testing out, such as the tiles hitting the board. And rest assured, we here at Will Anderson Enterprises will be working tirelessly to improve your viewing experience with even better sounds than before. With that, let's get to the games. The first game you're about to see is from a one-day tournament last September against Dan Wachtel, a solid expert. I have the first move, and with the first blank in hand, I play Dongala for 70. Just kidding, everybody. We're going to keep the plays nice and quiet from now on. Midway through the game, things have only gotten worse for Dan and better for me, as my second bingo of Anestri and a 57-point J play have me far in the lead. Even after Dan's response of Hogs for 44, I'm up by over 150 points, and I've drawn the second blank as well. With the F, Y, and 2 L's on my rack, I'm astonished to discover that I have the incredible 10-letter bingo of Powerfully available here for 100 points. Except I don't. I'm one letter away, with a second E on my rack instead of the R or U that I need in its place. So I shrug my shoulders and play my highest scoring move of F for 30, hoping to draw some vowels and bingo again soon. One of my two new tiles is an I, but the other is the R that I would have needed to play my massive 100-point 10-letter word. All of a sudden, intense regret washes over me. I've never played a 10-letter bingo in an official tournament game, so it would have been an epic new milestone. And if ever there was an opportunity to have a little fun and go for a crazy content play, this was it. I'm up huge, with basically no comeback potential for Dan, no matter what I do here, and there were 5 tiles out of the 20 unseen letters that would have given me my bingo after a 1-tile play of just an E like code. Instead, since I used up my F on my previous play, I now need to either draw the second F or one of the 3 remaining U's to be able to play powerfully, assuming Dan doesn't accidentally block it. Fortunately, he plays Y for 16, meaning all of the letters I need are still available, and he's also left the spot unblocked. Even more fortunately, I have a solid place to drop my I here, Chi for 17, also forming in. Dan responds with Kilt, again leaving the spot open and not using up any of the tiles I need, but I draw the other R instead of the U's or the F. At this point, there are 11 tiles unseen, and 4 of them are the tiles I need. So I play off my R with Road and continue to hope for redemption. But after Dan's play of Tub, I once again fail to connect and draw a T instead. There's now 1 tile left in the bag, so I have one last chance. But after my last-ditch attempt of Pot, I draw the N, and my dream of playing powerfully is officially dead. After completing the endgame, I win by exactly 200 points. But how could I not be disappointed in myself when I look back at this one? Fast forward to a couple weeks ago in a casual game against my clubmate Brendan McClanahan, where I'm trailing early after a tough start. I do have the first blank, and I have some nice options to help me get back in this game. Scourged for 71 is a solid choice, but an even cleverer one is to make my blank a W, which I can then use to hook Rung and play Gooey Ducks for 75. I'm about to do this when I stop for a second and look at Lin on the board. With the G on my rack, it would be so cool if I could create a long word ending in ing, at which point it hits me. I have one. Making the blank an H, I can play scheduling for 92, an improvement of 17 scoreboard points over the 7-letter word and incalculable amounts of style points. Playing a 10 is extremely rare, so it was awesome for me to find this move. So what's the catch? Where's the disappointment here? Well, later in the game, I battled my way to a good-sized lead, and after Brendan's tail for just 10 points, I have good bingo tiles on my rack, including an S. Before tail, I was considering the possibility of playing Anisole, hooking my S to scheduling for a whopping 98 points. But I couldn't be sure whether or not schedulings was also a valid word. ING words are notoriously difficult to keep track of with respect to pluralization. With the newly opened T available, I decided to play it safe and just play toenails for 74. The rest of the game proceeded uneventfully, and I notched a 468 to 317 win. Of course, the first thing I did post-game was to check the validity of schedulings, and of course, it is a valid Scrabble word. With the benefit of hindsight, I was so frustrated at myself for letting an opportunity to play an 11-letter word just slip away. Here's the thing, though. If we go back to the toenails versus anisole decision, you can see that the unseen letters at this point are terrible. In fact, there's literally no possible 7 or 8 letter bingos that Brendan can have. Let's say for a second that I try to play schedulings and Brendan challenges the word off the board. His highest scoring move here would then be kived for 70, which would temporarily make things extremely close. But even after this worst case scenario, I can just play Tolane's hooking ski to secure an easy win in the endgame. I'm winning this one no matter what, even if I lose my turn playing schedulings. So, now you understand. I have let you all down as a content creator. I'm taking the safe options instead of the creative, crazy ones that could allow me to play absolutely epic words and make videos about them. So, is that it? Should I just pack it up and give up Scrabble content creation for good? Of course not! I am ready to pledge to you all that I will never do this bullshit ever again. Even if it's Game 7 of the finals of the World Championship, I am going to deliver you the epic plays you all deserve. It's the dawn of a new era, and I couldn't be more excited. If you're as hyped as I am and enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss any of what will surely be many epic highlights. And, as always, thanks for watching.